Now, let's get this clear right from the very beginning. It should be well known, and I'll give you full disclosure here. I'm not a Dolph Ziggler fan. I'm not a fan, really, of his work. I think he's incredibly overrated. I think he is a guy that is really a one-trick pony, and that one trick, frankly, is overrated. And I think there are better people at the trick than he is. With that said, though, I also believe that here is a guy that has been very unfortunate in the sense that WWE keeps him perpetually stuck in mid-card hell. And yes, at times they have given him opportunities, but they've never really given him great opportunities, and they've never really fully got behind him. And I don't think they've done nearly enough to try and give him a chance to be featured like a star, to where people could treat him like a star, the fans could get behind him like a star. They failed to ever really develop a Dolph Ziggler character. They've failed to do so many different things with Dolph Ziggler. That is also very true. And I know coming into the 2015 Royal Rumble that many WWE fans, especially the Daniel Bryan fans, would love nothing more than to see Daniel Bryan win the 2015 Royal Rumble, whether it's rectifying the previous wrong, whether it's the fact that they think he could have the best match with a Brock Lesnar or whatever. It's just because they think that Daniel Bryan's the best motherfucking wrestler in the world and should never freaking lose a match ever again. Or it's the fact that they feel that nobody else is really ready, like a Roman Reigns, like a Ryback. And to be fair, who is really ready? I don't disagree with that notion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Daniel Bryan is the right decision to win the Royal Rumble this year. However, we all know goddamn good and well that if Dolph Ziggler was to win the 2015 Royal Rumble, it would be one big IWC social media circle jerk. Let's not bullshit. Let's not pretend like it fucking wouldn't. You know goddamn good and well that it would be one big circle jerk. If Dolph Ziggler won the 2015 Royal Rumble, so many of you would come on here and talk about how awesome this is and how great this is and how much Dolph Ziggler really deserves this, and this is an example of the WWE listening to their fans. To which I say, balder effing dash. You cannot sit there and tell me that a Ryback or a Roman Reigns or maybe somebody like a Dean Ambrose even isn't ready to win the 2015 Royal Rumble and then logically sit there with a straight face and tell me that Dolph Ziggler fucking is. You want to talk about lack of credible victories, lack of that big-time feel, not being developed well, not being built up well, not having a lot of momentum. Well, you look at Dolph fucking Ziggler, and in every other category except for the fact that he's not a big muscle dude, Dolph Ziggler fits the bill to an F and T. Here's a guy that, frankly, unlike Ryback, unlike Roman Reigns, has been given the world title before. And how did that really go? Here is a guy, while not always featured the best, and they always haven't done a good job of trying to make him feel like a star, here is a Dolph Ziggler that they have given opportunities to. This is a guy that has been around for years. This is a guy that has gotten a lot of television time. He has gotten a lot of time to be able to overcome and transcend the stupidity of the cycle that the WWE has stuck him in, like guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were able to do. But it is amazing to me, and I know goddamn good and well that this would be true, and for you to sit there and say that it wouldn't would be bullshit, and you damn good and well know it. That if Dolph Ziggler was to sit there and win the 2015 Royal Rumble, all this talk about the guy not being ready or not deserving it would go out the fucking window, because here's another guy that oversells in matches, and here's a guy that flips and kicks, and he's good in the ring, so that makes him awesome, and that automatically means he should win the Royal fucking Rumble. Bullshit. If Ryback, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose don't have the momentum and shouldn't be in that spot to win the Royal Rumble, then don't you dare fucking say that Dolph Ziggler should either. If you want to argue Daniel Bryan, that is a different point entirely, because if we're calling it as we really see it, Dolph Ziggler by no measurement, and I emphasize again, no fucking measurement, is a Daniel fucking Bryan, let alone a CM Punk or anybody of that caliber. Maybe we should get to the realization that Dolph Ziggler has been stuck in the mid-card for so many years because that's exactly what the fuck he is. A mid-card performer. And if you're seriously going to tell me that you think it would be a great idea to build a WrestleMania main event around Dolph fucking Ziggler of all people, you're insane. Absolutely insane. And whatever fucking peace pipe you're smoking, you need to pass some of that hashish the Slug Daddy's way. Holy shit. We know it's coming too. If Ziggler won the Rumble somehow, some way, it would be awesome. And then all this talk about how he wasn't really, but he has no momentum. Yeah, you could sit there and say, oh, he got that signature victory at Survivor Series, and then they fouled up on it by putting him right back in the IC title picture and then having him get squashed basically by Wade fucking Barrett. Dolph Ziggler has no business winning the 2015 Royal Rumble. That type of spot should either be reserved for one or two types of guys. Either a guy that needs that spot to take that step to that next level because you're going to get behind them and make them a big star, or at least in the case of a Daniel Bryan, is to relaunch a star and cement a star's place and set in motion what you feel might be the best possible WrestleMania title main event match. Dolph Ziggler does not fit into either one of those categories. This is a guy that's close to his mid-30s, a guy that has been with the company, believe it or not, for almost a freaking decade now in different capacities. This guy has had plenty of opportunities, plenty of time, plenty of chances. Whether they've been great or not, he still had them available to him to become a big-time star, and he has failed to do so. So I don't get why anybody would fucking be okay with Dolph Ziggler winning the 2015 Royal Rumble. Because you can't sit there and give me the he's ready argument, because he most certainly isn't fucking ready. You can't sit there and tell me that he's been booked well and that he has a lot of momentum, because he most certainly fucking does not. And you cannot seriously tell me with a straight face that you believe that you can build a WrestleMania main event title match around Dolph fucking Ziggler. If you're going to sit there and say that this year you couldn't with Roman Reigns or Ryback, that's a different argument. And maybe I'll even grant you that. I might not fully agree with that, but I could at least see where you're coming from on that. But then you're going to sit there and tell me that you could with Dolph Ziggler? Get the fuck out of here. Daniel Bryan's one thing. That's a different discussion. And Daniel Bryan is on a whole different level and a whole different plateau. He's here, and Dolph Ziggler is way the fuck down here. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. Dolph Ziggler winning the 2015 Royal Rumble would be the stupidest possible fucking decision imaginable. Dare I say, even more ridiculous than Randy Orton winning the damn thing.